In this video, I'm going to show you how I make all of my indoor seed starting mix. So in order for me to get my soil as fine as possible, I will take regular garden soil like this. This is a soil booster. And I use little dollar store baskets. These have big enough holes in them to where you can put your soil in there and shake it and filter it out. So I'll show you how I do that. Also, make sure your soil hasn't been sitting outside, and you can bake it to get all the fungus gnats and diseases out of it. So I just put it in here like this, and then I will shake it so that all of the really large particles come out, and all that's left are these big pieces of wood. You can see the larger pieces that are left in here from filtering it out. And if you want to go even smaller with it, you can use a smaller mesh. I finished straining the soil booster, and this is what came out of it. These are very large pieces of bark, and I'm just going to go ahead and throw this in my soil in the backyard. Okay, now that I'm done with that, I'm left with this really nice and fine. It's soft and little. There's still a couple of little chunky pieces, but it's really not that bad at all. It's better than what it was. And then I have a half a brick of already hydrated peat moss I'm going to put in here. The other soil that we strained out, I measured it as 2 quarts. And then we probably put about another 2 quarts of peat moss in. Now I'm going to add perlite. I want to use a healthy amount, so I'm going to put 2 of these cups in here. And then the controversial ingredient. I don't know why people don't like to use worm castings in their seed mix. I find that it works well. I've never had an issue with it, and my plants can live in their pots just a little bit longer with some nutrients. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in there. That was a half a cup. Have you ever had fungus gnats in your house? Well, fungus gnats live in the top layer of your soil. If you keep your soil too moist, they lay their eggs and they multiply fast. Pretty soon you have flies all over the place. This happened to me in the beginning of my growing season this year because I forgot to add my hydrogen peroxide. So before I even get started, and so I don't deal with fungus gnats later after I'm done planting, I'm going to go ahead and put in a dash of hydrogen peroxide. I went ahead and grabbed a tablespoon so you could see how much I'm putting in for this much water. Again, this is 1 quart. And I'm going to go ahead and put in 2 tablespoons. You'll thank me later for doing this simple step. So after it's done, I'm going to go ahead and stir that around a little. I'm going to mix this up with my hands, get it nice and mixed up before I put the water on. Okay, now I'm going to add the water now that this is all mixed up. And I'm just adding enough to moisten the soil to rehydrate it. If you add too much, then your soil becomes too soggy, and you don't want that for your plants. So I'm just going to mix this up a little. Get it mixed up real good. All right, it's feeling good already. I don't know if you know about dampening off, but if your soil is too moist, then it could cause dampening off disease. Dampening off is when it starts to become, your plant will kind of top over, and it'll look kind of sad. And at the bottom of the stem, we'll have like a little pinch mark. And I don't think I have any dampening off seeds right now. I was going to do one just so that you could see what it looked like in person, but actually my other seedlings that I'm getting ready to transplant out are doing really good right now. So I'll show those to you really quick. All right, these guys are getting ready to go out. Oh, here's what fungus gnats look like also. I kept this so that I could use it for a video, and I'm glad I did. This is when we had that really bad fungus gnat problem. We put these up all over the house. We literally have like stickies in the windows. We have them everywhere just in case, because they are super annoying. They fly up your nose and they're itchy and they're gross. So if you don't have any of these and you have fungus gnats, these work really well. Okay, this is done getting mixed. It's all hydrated, and how you know if it's mixed well is if you squeeze it and no water comes out. You want it to kind of slightly stick together, like it will hold a little bit of a form. This is the perfect hydration to start filling my seed trays. These are the seed trays I'm using. They're just generic seed trays that I purchased plants in the beginning of the season. I cut the ends open a little bit more so that it could get more water because I bottom water all of my plants, and I don't water my plants from the top. I put water in the bottom here and it soaks it up. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill one of these up so you can see. Just put it in, and I'm gonna get all of these filled. Once I have it in like that, then I kind of push it in with my hand. Put a little bit more in there. I don't have a precise measurement. I just kind of go with the feeling, and I don't push it in real hard because then your seeds won't have any root space. It'll be too dense for them. So that looks about right. So that is ready for seeds. That's how you make seed starter and how you fill your trays.